So Wuthering Wave day 1 on Steam. But I'm surprised not really negative on Steam, but negative on Reddit. Look at this. Does anyone feel like the first anniversary for Wuwa is just like any other patch, or is just me? To the people who defended KURO these last few days. Uh-oh. Predatory anniversary event. Lack of content. 3 upwards. Supposed to be celebration, but stuff like this just leaves a sour taste in the mouth. 4K upwards. Okay? People are not happy. The whole anniversary situation is sad and cringe sight to see. Is this patch making anyone else hyper aware of how bad the 50-50 system feels? 10 upwards. 10 upwards. Alright, very important. Zani shows the increasing greed of KURO games. So apparently KURO games is starting to be greedy now. And now players are realizing it's too late now. It's too late, right? The greed level has increased to the level that's never been seen before. Now, of course, some people are going to defend KURO games, right? Because Wuthering Wave lovers are going to defend KURO games. Now, I am impartial, alright? I'm pretty neutral with this, right? At the same, I don't hate them, but I don't really like them too much as well, right? I just play it because it's fun for the time being. But just very, very curious to see what people are saying right now, right? Okay, we start off with this particular one, right? Because this one I think is very straightforward. Easily everybody could agree. Now, what is the problem right here? I do think this is a little bit scummy, alright? I'm gonna be real. So this one you cannot pretend that this is not done intentionally. It's literally the same as how Genshin did this as well. They give you free pulls, but the free pulls is not usable in that first banner, right? Remember Genshin Mavica banner? Do you guys remember or not? There was Mavica and the character afterwards. I forgot the name, right? That lolly looking character. And they give free pulls that you cannot use for the Mavica banner. So they are literally doing the same thing right here. If you go to inside the game, right? Boom. You look at this, right? Zani banner is gonna be here for 22 days and 9 hours, right? 22 days and 9 hours. But there's a celebration event right here. Literally 22 days and 24 hours. So Zani banner is gonna go away, and you cannot claim these 10 pulls to use for the Zani's banner. Why did they not do it so that this is usable on Zani's banner? Think about it. So they obviously know what they are doing, right? I feel like this one, like you can't really defend this, right? Similar to how Genshin does it previously with the Mavica and Sitlali or whatever, right? I think it's the same thing right here. You are going to get the 10 pulls still, but it will be given you out. So the timing is so convenient, right? 22 days, 24 hours, right? 22 days, 24 hours, and look at this. 22 days, 9 hours. So when Zani banner goes away, only you get that 10 tickets. Like, come on, right? How is this? Clearly they know what, clearly it is intentional, right? So you can't really say that, oh, this is a mistake, right? It's like, come on. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. So I feel like this one is kind of obvious, right? And I feel like this is pretty much the only thing that I feel like that deserves criticism. I would say like harsh criticism about is right here, right? That's why they shortened the previous patch. A lot of people are forgetting this fact. It's convenient that they make 2.2 shorter led to the anniversary day rewards being released after Zani's banner. Very convenient. Does it hurt them to give that 10 pulls like 1 day early? Like, you get what I'm saying, right? Maybe to avoid people rerolling on Zani banner? I'm not sure, right? Like, is it like just to prevent rerollers to reroll in Zani banner, right? Because people can use the 10 pulls, reroll for Zani banner. Is it just specifically for that? Because I can't think of any other reason to not give players early, right? But yeah, this one is probably the most obvious run. Of course, the other one is like, this one I can somewhat feel almost the same, right? Does anyone feel like their first anniversary for Wuthering Wave is just like any other patch, or is it just me? I don't feel any excitement at all, even though I know tomorrow is the anniversary. Alright, so this was typed 1 day before the patch. I'm excited and usually anxious anticipating for tomorrow. Alright, I log in doing my daily, claim all the rewards, log off. Nothing changed, or is that KURO, the community, literally killed the hype with all this BS topic this past week? Uh-oh. I think the reason just want to rent it out. For me at least, I was hoping they put the anniversary banner to change the 100% guarantee for one-time use. That's not going to happen, right? At this point, it's not happening already, right? At least that way, it makes people want to spend and pull more if they are looking to make money again. But the thing is, if you do that, people are not going to spend money. I think a lot of people in chat also, they go and spend for Zani and Phoebe at the same time, right? So that's the whole reason of them to want to do that. So this one, yeah, I can feel impartial. So let's see. To the people who have defended KURO games in the last few days, when should we start standing up for ourselves, stop overreacting, and wait for the official release? Let's start with the latest event, Nightmarket. When have we ever had an event where we had to pull to get more pulls? Screw the people who are saving out of 8 pulls, because why? And before people say it's only 8 pulls, which in the grand scheme of things is nothing, how do we guarantee it won't happen again in future events, or they are making it worse? 8 pulls today, sure. Next event 10, 12, etc. You let them get away with one thing, they just see it as a way to continue pushing and see where the fallout pulls back slightly. Okay, so they are talking about... So if you guys are not aware of the midnight market, right? Let me briefly explain how this thing works. There's one event right now in the game, right? Now, is this predatory, right? I'll let you guys decide on yourself. Like, everybody is gonna have a different... so this one, right? I believe. So you can see right here, you are going to get... you can buy the Radiant Tides, right? The Radiant tickets right here, right? Now, how do you buy these things, right? How do you buy the Radiant Tides? You need this currency. So this currency is called the Nightmare token. Now, how do you get that token? You can click the Obtain token, boom. You can see, right? You need to pull on Resonator 40 times. You need to pull on Weapon Banner a few times to get some of these. Ooh. So, it does sort of force you. Like, if anyone is like looking to skip Zenny, right? I don't know. Like, maybe there are some people out there that are... Maybe they are like... They only like dudes. They want to pull for male characters, right? Think about the male characters only. Dudes only team. So, if you see Zani, you want to skip, but you cannot because this is too good, right? So, you need to be able to pull to get this currency to be able to buy the stuff here, right? Literally, the shop here does give you 2 tickets here, 3 tickets here. This is 5 plus 5 here, so you get 10 tickets here. And you need to obtain 2,200 Nightmare tokens to unlock this one, right? I cannot unlock this yet, right? I need to obtain, I need to get the 2,200. So for me to get 2,200, can I get it from just doing all of this? Because this is all one time, right? Is this one time or is this like every day? It feels like this is all one time. Consume Lustrous Tide. So you do sort of have to pull here, right? You sort of... I think you have to pull here to be able to buy all the things in this shop. I thought this was a activity task. I thought this is daily. But now that I look at it, this is just... This is all a one-time thing. Like for example, this one 1 out of 3. Complete 3 rounds, then you get this. So this is not daily. So once you can only do this one time, right? You already did all of that, yeah, because you pull, right? Can you empty out this shop without pulling? You cleared the shop? Yeah, because you pull. My point is, can you not pull and clear the shop? That's my point. KURO is scummy for this nightmare task. So it's similar to... Okay, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to be fair here, right? Is this the same thing as, for example, like in Nikkei right now has the same thing? You know, like you pull for Little Mermaid, you pull for the character, you get back some rebate for the tickets, right? Every like 40 tickets, you get back something. Because I don't know if the Little Mermaid one is just one time or is it going to be permanent. Brown Dust 2 has that as well, but that one is every banner. So I'm not aware if this one is... It does feel a bit scummy, right? It does feel like, okay, you have to pull. You have to pull if you want to complete this. So I can see from their perspective, from a player's perspective, why this is a complaint. I get it, right? So you sort of need to... Nightmarket is trash. So you can see, right? People are complaining about this. As someone that's been saving my pulls for Karate Tia. So again, this person doesn't want to get Zani. This person wants to pull for Katetia. This feels like a slap in the face. I will be missing out on 8 pulls. Man, 8. Okay? Not 1, not 2, but 8. During anniversary patch, because I won't be pulling on these banners. Like what? I did the math, and by doing the events, you cannot get 1200 unless you do a few pulls, and that's not even to mention the other 5. So because I refuse to pull on the patch, because none of the characters interest me, I'm down to basically a 10 pull. Absolute BS on top of the shit anniversary rewards. Hope you all enjoy your spending event. Wow. Wow, what is this? What is... Oh, it's a plate. Nice plate, nice plate. There's a flower. So why he's very mad? He's very mad, right? Don't you get the points from just logging daily? I don't think that's daily. I think that's one time. This one, is it? If you look this one, I think this is just one time. Do you get this every single day? Because everything here is like one time. That guy is pretty mad. He is pretty mad. He is pretty mad, right? Now, why am I looking at this plate? Because I didn't know it's a plate, right? Anyways, so that's what I'm trying to say, right? So that's going to be one thing to consider. So people are not happy because of that. So one more thing is a battle pass. Okay, since when did it ever shown what you're missing out on if you don't buy the insider pass and give you the option to unlock it when accepting rewards? In just the first few minutes of the patch, these two things already scream FOMO to me. Okay, what do you mean by the battle pass FOMO? Let me see, let me see. There's a FOMO in the battle pass? I haven't clicked on the battle pass yet. Okay. So what's the FOMO? I don't respect the people who take pictures of their screen instead of screenshotting. Yo, chill out, man. Maybe he prefer to showcase his camera quality, right? I'm not sure what is he talking about. Unless you're talking about this thing. Is this thing new? Store Event Pioneer Podcast. I'm trying to understand the point of view, right? So I tried to collect my level 1 reward and this popped up. Extremely predatory behavior from KURO games. So you collect the reward and this pop up. So unlock the insider channel to obtain these two things. So basically he's a free to play player. He didn't buy the battle pass. And KURO games is telling him, hey, if you spend money, you get these two things. Now, is it scummy and predatory? I don't think this is scummy and predatory, right? I'm gonna be fair. I think it's fine. KURO games just say, okay, you're missing out on these two things. Just press confirm. Is it that big of a deal? I don't think it's that big of a deal, right? That's my opinion, right? But I can see he's upset, he's mad, and he's writing an essay about, not really an essay, but he is a little bit accusatory right here, predatory, right? But at the end of the day, Battle Pass does this not have, is this not how it was previously? I don't even know. Was it different last time? It makes the FOMO a little bit more higher. Yeah, but it's just letting you know this is what you're missing out. Is it that bad? I don't know. The reward is actually right there in the screen anyway, just below the free battle pass. So it's not like you don't see what you're missing, but I guess smacking it in your face is more FOMO inducing. So it's like, so they are mad because there's more FOMO factor. Isn't all battle passes like that? No. Most battle pass you just click, then they don't really tell you what you're missing out. This battle pass specifically tells you you're missing out on these things. This thing you're missing out. You get what I'm saying? Don't let the guy play Nikkei, you will get FOMO every 2 hours pop up. I think so, yeah, it's a different type of FOMO entirely. So this one is a separate one. I get it, alright. So what's the other one? Zani and Phoebe! Oh, whoa. Okay, a few posts about the sub, Doom posting, and saying we should be waiting for official numbers to come out. Well, there are a few numbers being thrown around, but overall consensus seems to be that you can get Phoebe to boost Zani's damage. But Phoebe as a DPS alone is better than Zani without Phoebe. So can someone explain how we are overreacting? I want to pull Zani because I like her character design. But if her damage is locked behind another character, at the baseline, then it's predatory. Okay, it's predatory. And that's how it is, right? The entire push back on KURO is because we want to avoid situations like this. It's great if we overreacted and KURO corrects things before it goes live, but infinitely worse if we let KURO use this as a testing ground for what they can get away with. I see what he's saying, right? He's afraid that KURO is going to push more and more, similar to Honkai Star Rail. So that's going to be a little bit scary. It is going to be a little bit scary for sure. The overreaction is a mismatch between players who play the game with different expectations and care about different things. Because there are different perspectives, it may seem like if somehow someone doesn't agree with you, they are pro KURO. There are two examples of how players are different. I'm sure there are other perspectives. For the rewards and battle pass, some players don't really pay attention to that stuff because they understand the psychology at play with these games and ignore those while focusing on the fun aspects of the game. Yeah, I feel like this person is overreacting for the battle pass one. I don't think this one is that big of a deal, right? Yozani didn't do 1 million damage. Okay, so for what's the other one? For Zani, people who care about optimization to clear DPS, check timer endgame will be disappointed. But to people who have no interest in that and just like to play the game at their own pace, you just seem like someone who is shitting on the character they like. I for one like her block and parry attacks because it gives me another axis to fight enemies, whereas I could only use Tao Chi before. Yeah, I get that perspective, right? Because this person, right, he mentioned right here, I want to pull Zani because I like her character design. So he wants to pull Zani and he's trying to... Usually people are just going to pull if they are a waifu over meta kind of person, right? But he also say, but if her damage is locked behind another character at the baseline, then it's predatory. So he's a waifu player, but he also wants to be meta. So he wants to go both, which is going to be a little bit hard. You either be one or the other, right? You either go waifu or you go meta. If you want to go both, that's a bit difficult, right? So now you are like, I feel like you are the one that's being unreasonable here, right? Because like it's going to be hard to have a character that you like to be strong at the same time, right? So restrictions and requirements, yeah, this could happen regardless. This patch is whatever, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think... to be fair, the patch is not like crazy as well, right? People are overreacting. Honkai Star Rail is trash. Yo, chill out, man. Nobody's talking about that. But yeah, so what is the last thing again? There's one more thing, right? So predatory anniversary event. You only get 900 tokens for the activity task. They lock these pools behind. Okay, yeah, that's the same thing. Is this their idea of player friendly? Yup. Yeah, so it's the same thing again. This is very predatory. So I think this one is fair. You could criticize this. I think this is a fair criticism, right? The other one as well. The one that they lock the 10 pools, this one is also fair. They make it so that you cannot get the 10 pools before Zani banner goes away. That one as well, I can see, but everything else I would say, everything else is more like just white noise in my opinion. These two are the one that I do think that, yeah, hopefully KURO don't do this more in the future, right? Because like you gotta look at it fairly, right? You gotta look at things as how it is. But yeah, just trying to be as fair as I can.